Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to yet another great edition of Topic Time with Harris and Young. Well, the weather just seems to be staying on the cool and clammy side, but of course, as usual, we make up for that with awesome guests, heat things up right away in the studio with my shows that we do on Topic Time. But before we get to the guest tonight, got to read the underwriters, and then we'll get right to it and have an awesome show, as usual. We got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got Shovel Shop Spirits right here in Easton. We got Matson Motors in Raynham. We got Big Lee's Automotive in Abington. We got Clothes Clinic Dry Cleaning and Alterations in Whitman, where Topic Time fans get 10% off. We got Rivers Auto Incorporated and One-Stop Sales and Repair in Abington. We got T. Martini and Sons Floor Covering in Abington, and we got Chapin Sheds in Whitman. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now we will start the show. Here we go. Okay, again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Topic Time with Harris and Young. It's hard to believe it's the final May edition of Topic Time. It's May 30th, and June is 2 days away, and so summer's coming, and then we'll have some nice weather. And I mean, we have it pretty good compared to some of the parts of the country, so we won't complain. In any case, as you can see, I have another beautiful guest tonight. This young lady here is a fashion designer. She models her own clothes. Your name is Azi Sharif. Is that how you say your name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you for having me at the show.
Oh, thank you for coming up here. You know, and she came classy. She took the Uber troll, or whatever you call it, troll, or whatever you want to say, how you say it, and it was wonderful. You know, getting to meet. I never met someone coming out of an Uber car before, and it was. I have to say, it was as good as a limo, if not better. So, Azi, thank you for being on Topic Time tonight. And so, tell me a little about yourself. Are you from another country besides the United States originally?
Yes. I'm originally Persian. I grew up in California, in Southern California, and about 7 months in Boston.
Okay. So
Brand new to the East Coast.
Well, you know what? I love the fact. I mean, I have just more countries are being represented on Topic Time than ever before. I always go back to everybody's roots that I interview. So you were born in Iran, right?
Iran, yes.
Oh, Iran. Okay. Well, can we talk about what it was like growing up in Iran, and then we'll fast forward to your time in the United States and how you got to where you're at now. Is that okay?
I only lived there for a few years. I can talk about the hikes. I remember,
a little culture.
A lot of it was inspired. That's right. Quite a bit of what I saw at a young age is the source of inspiration for my fashion.
That's cool.
Lots of the old art and architecture and nature. Lots of hiking, wildlife that I encountered during hiking.
In Iran.
That's right.
See, that's why this is so cool, because I know Iran. I know, historically, there's some beautiful artwork over there, and they've got some wonderful outdoor spots too. I mean, I've never been there. It might be a little tough to go now with the Middle East being in the situation it's in. I'd like to go eventually. Well, maybe I will someday. But right now, I think it's incredible. So that's why we asked these questions. You were inspired by your roots in Iran to become a fashion designer based on outdoor scenes that you encountered and also art that you encountered.
Yes, the old art, the old architecture, that's part of my inspiration. That and also a lot of the Italian art. But it started when I was growing up.
Okay, so how old were you when you left Iran and came here?
9.
Okay, so that's plenty of time for you to be inspired by a lot of stuff. When I was 9 50 years ago, and I was inspired by things like that, art, language, culture, whatever, music. All right, so you came to the United States at 9, and when did you figure out that you had enough talent to be able to design clothes the way you do?
Fashion was always there for me.
Okay.
I was always drawing dresses, even when I was 9, changing my Barbie dresses, drawing wildlife. And after I studied fine art in undergrad, I studied computer science.
Okay, where?
I had a little bit of a turn before coming back to fashion.
Okay,
robotics.
Did you go to college in the United States?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
I went to undergrad in Long Beach.
Okay, California?
California.
Okay, so you were in California first.
Master's in San Diego, and my PhD was in Southern Methodist University in Texas.
Okay. No, I know SMU. I should know where it is.
SMU, that's right.
Right. Where's it located? I should know, and I don't. Could you just enlighten me?
Dallas.
Dallas. There you go. Okay, Texas. Good, great. So you kind of like went the route. You went from the left coast to the right coast.
From fine arts. That's right.
Okay. Have you gotten any? Did any of your computer science? What did you say you majored in? Computer technology.
Computer science.
Computer science. Did that help in any of your art?
It's going to be a big part of my fashion.
Okay.
It's going to be a program aside of my fashion where I'll be integrating the technology into the fashion.
There you go. That's what I figured. See, that's why we ask these questions, because I like to connect the dots. Okay.
That's right. The art from my undergrad, every fashion item that you see that I've designed is inspired by the paintings.
Cool.
This is actually the painting.
Oh, you designed that dress, right?
Yes, the entire dress.
On top?
And this is inspired by the wings of this bird.
Wow.
And this is an endangered bird.
Oh,
They're
wow.
endangered bird of paradise.
It's nice that you care about those endangered animals too.
The main mission, the reason why I chose to do this is to do the thing that I'm the best at, that I love the most passion, to help the endangered species.
That's great. I mean, you see my Facebook posts. I care more about animals than I do people, by and large. I really do. I love animals. Animals are sweet. Animals are innocent. They don't deserve to be treated like they're treated. And I wish that would stop. So I admire what you're doing, and I think it's a great cause that you're taking it on yourself to do it. And at the same time, you're creating beautiful work, for people to wear.
That's right.
Which is incredible. By the way, your hair looks amazing. Is that natural?
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. That is. So your hair will always look like that, right? Even when you were a kid.
Always.
Never. No, that's wonderful.
Even more curly.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I brush it out a bit.
Okay. Do you do your own hair for you? Now you came from a show today. You said, right?
That's right.
Okay. Talk about the show you did today.
Today was incredible. It was.
Where was it?
A local Boston fashion show organized by Boston Fashion Week called Open Runway.
Well, I mean, weren't you at Nantasket today, or one of the beaches? Wasn't it on the beach somewhere?
Not today. No, today's show was in Boston Common, in
Downtown
downtown Boston,
so it was an outdoor
in the Commons.
show.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
That's right.
Commons, great. Plenty of people, plenty of
That's
traffic
right.
in the Commons.
Lots of people stopping by.
Exactly. Wow. And how many people were there watching the show? Aside from how many people were? Never mind. Scratch that question. How many people were participating in the show? Do you have an idea how many people were there?
As designers or as.
It must have been beautiful. You were probably right out in the middle of the.
Quite a lot of people. I don't know by the number. If I were to count, a couple hundred.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
Quite a lot of people.
And they were looking at your works, working your projects. Now, during a show like that, are you by yourself? I mean, are there other designers out there too, or just you?
This show was a group of designers. That's right, local Boston designers.
Okay. So the dresses that were being modeled were connected to the people that were designing them, like you and whoever else was out there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, the women were wearing them, all women, right? Any men in the fashion show too?
There were men also. There was a men's collection as well.
Do you design men's clothes too?
I design ties on pocket squares, men's accessories.
Oh, cool. Okay. So basically, what was happening today was they were doing was it like a catwalk thing out there on the Common?
It was a runway. Yeah, they had a runway. The setup was very nice.
That is awesome. I know the weather could have been better, but you know what? You got it. You got it in. That's the important thing.
No rain.
Exactly.
No wind.
No rain.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
That's right.
Not too hot. I mean, I'd rather have it a little cool than too hot. Especially, out in the Common can get hot during the summer. Especially when it's humid. And believe me, we've had humid days in May, so we lucked out, I'd say.
It was a good day for the show.
Did you have a good media coverage there? Did you have any magazines doing coverage, taking pictures?
Lots of photographers were there. Okay. Yes, lots.
Any from TV that you're aware of?
Not that I was aware. I don't know.
Okay.
There could have been. I didn't pay attention.
Well, I understand.
As I was going through our designs and photos, lots of photo shoots, yes.
So, all right. So now, do you own your own design company?
Yes.
Okay. What's it called?
Fash Wand.
Fash One?
Fash Wand, magic wand of fashion.
Wand, got it.
Wand,
yeah,
that's
I
right.
know wand, like a wizard wand.
That's right.
Got it. Oh, that's sweet. And how many people do you have working for you, or are you just by yourself?
I have about 10 people total.
Okay.
My pattern maker and my sewing company production.
Wow.
But as far as the design, the management, the social media, that's me.
Of course, I know. You've got a great website. I've seen it. I've seen it. And you have a lot of, and a lot of people love your stuff. And I know that when you plugged your appearance on my show, you got quite a few likes for it and great feedback. So, all right, now, when you were out west, you were in California and you were at SMU. Now, how long ago did you actually come to Boston from there?
7 months ago.
Oh, okay. So you basically, and how long were you living there before you moved to Boston after you left Iran?
I pretty much grew up there. I went to college. I went to different places in California.
Okay.
San Diego, and then DC. That's right. I lived in DC as well.
Okay, cool. So that was your first stop on the East Coast when you came
Yes.
east? Got it. So what were you doing in California? Same, still modeling? I mean, designing clothes for models, even out there?
I formed Fashwand, my fashion brand
You
company,
founded it out
about
there?
3 years ago. Yes.
Okay, so you were, great, okay. So you founded it out, and you were in California when you founded it?
That's right.
Okay, when you were out there designing clothes, did you ever design any dresses for any, film stars or anything like that, TV stars?
No, not there.
Okay.
During the time that I was there was the start of the company,
Okay.
production, starting making my sample designs. Now that I moved in Boston is when I'm starting to get my designs out.
Okay, what prompted you to move to Boston? I mean, why did you pick Boston? I'm glad you picked it because you're here, but just curious, what prompted that decision on your part to come to Boston?
It was right at the time that I was looking into moving to New York.
Okay.
I was going through the phase of creating and forming my company to showcasing the design.
Spreading it around.
Then I thought New York it's closer to Italy and France, where a lot of my architecture inspirations and fabrics are from.
Okay.
Then on the way to New York, I stopped by Boston.
Okay.
Then it was
I always say everything happens for a reason, but go ahead.
Then it happened to be by complete coincidence, Boston Fashion Week.
There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. So all right, so this was a couple of years, this was 7 months ago.
Last year,
Last year.
7-8 months ago.
Okay.
Boston Fashion Week, I went to the first event, then I went to all the events pretty much that they had.
Wow.
And then something told me this is the place.
This is a place. There you go.
This is the place for me to build my brand, and this is the place to move to.
You met a lot of really cool people too.
Yes,
I know
incredible.
plenty of people in the Boston fashion world because I've interviewed quite a few of them. And
Lots of amazing, very models. Nice, inspiring people, great models, and yes.
Right. Okay. And it's an artistic city. But did you ever get to New York to do it all or not?
Yes. Now that I'm here, it's close to New York. I've gone there a few times.
You have. Okay.
Yes.
Have you done any shows down there?
Not yet. No.
Okay. But you will eventually, probably, right? I mean, you're branching out everywhere. You want to
I will. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And eventually, what you want to do is you want to bring your company, worldwide.
Of course, yes.
Of course, and that's your goal, and that's what and I think that'll happen.
International.
Obviously, they do. There's plenty of modeling going on in Paris and Milan, and those are the parts of the world in Europe that are where your stuff will probably be also in demand as it is here.
Yes.
So eventually, you'll probably go over there and hang with those people for a while. But right now, you're happy here.
I love it.
You love it here, and this
perfect time for my brand at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and now do you sell the clothes mostly online, or in stores, or both?
I sell them online. I'm also selling them in boutiques.
Boutiques, okay. Do you have like contracts with different boutiques that buy you clothes regularly?
In California,
still,
I've started. Yes, in Newport Beach. Yes, there's
Wow.
one boutique, and then I'm starting to. This is the next step, the next phase that I'm getting into.
Okay, wow, that's awesome. So it's really just now. Do you have a family? Do you have a husband, kids, or anything like that? Or you just?
No, my sister lives here in Boston.
Oh, she does?
All my other family, my parents, they live in California.
They do? Does your sister do anything to help you out in your career at all? Is she part of it at all, or just something, does different things?
Her field is completely different.
It's completely different, okay. Okay, all right. Now, aside from modeling and clothes design, have you ever done anything else in entertainment, acting, music, anything like that, dancing?
Sports. I've done sports.
What have you done sports-wise?
Tennis.
Tennis?
I played tennis in college, competed.
Cool.
The USTA competitions.
Okay.
Then I played in undergrad.
Yep.
Tennis was a big part of my growing up.
Okay, and it keeps you in great shape,
That's
too,
right.
which you obviously are.
Thank you.
Do you still play tennis now?
I do, not as much as
Not as
before.
much. You probably don't
Before
have time.
I played every day, daily.
Right.
Now my workout is the gym.
Where?
I work
Planet
out
Fitness?
daily. I still work out daily.
Good for you. No, I know. I can see. No, I'm very
Being used to tennis.
It's very important to be fit, especially when you're running a big company. You have to be. Part of being fit isn't just looking like lean and mean. You also it keeps you alert.
That's right.
Yeah, right. You eat right and everything.
It energizes you.
Energize, exactly. Okay. So now, do you just design dresses? Do you design other things like bikini wear, bathing suits, things like that? And what about like I assume you also design like wedding gowns and things for private events that a lot of people go deploy, like that are popular, like weddings and functions and things like that. Not just for shows. I mean, but people buy your clothes during the shows too, right? They see them. Like today, for instance, if somebody could have walked up and said, "Oh, I want," pointed at a dress that you designed and said, "I want that dress," and you could have said, "How many dresses do you want?" And they might have said 16. Okay, give me your address and we'll ship them out to you next week. I mean, does that happen when you're doing shows?
It depends on the dresses. Things like this take more time.
Well, that's an accessory to a dress. That's not just the dress itself.
That's right. This is
Okay.
applique. This is more of a lot more difficult than just to take an order for 16 for a week.
Okay.
But I also have pieces, for example, exercise clothing.
Cool.
And that's something that if somebody at a show, let's say they say I want 20 of this in 2 weeks.
Boom.
Then that can be done. Yes.
Wow. And especially a lot. I assume a lot of that's like tennis wear, right?
I have tennis dresses. Today, one of the outfits at the show was a tennis dress.
Cool. That is so cool. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe eventually maybe one of the Williams sisters will order something.
That's
from you.
right.
Yeah.
To take the tennis outfits to a whole new level.
Exactly.
It's all art. It's all painting.
It's all art, and if they use your material, then you're a trademark, which is exactly what you're becoming. Okay. What about is this your first TV appearance?
I've been on a couple of other ones in Boston.
Okay.
Yes.
Cable shows?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
That's cool. Now, what about I assume, I'm guessing, I don't want to assume it, but have your dresses ever been made the covers of magazines, fashion mags, or even between the pages? Have they made? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been featured in a fashion magazine? Your company. Or have you been written up in any magazines like that, or
Not yet. No.
not yet? Okay.
There's one in process.
Oh, okay. Can you name it?
Not yet.
It's too early to name it. I understand.
Yes.
Okay. You never done any acting at all by any chance?
No.
Okay. Would you ever
No.
consider that? Probably not, but I just figured I'd ask because I always say the more multifaceted somebody is. But in your case, it really isn't a matter.
Unless it's related to my fashion.
Yeah.
If I were to
I
act a
understand.
scene with my designs, then it's not something that I'm.
Yeah, it's probably not something
This is
that
my
you wanna do.
focus. That's
Okay.
right. Unless it adds to my fashion.
Okay. Now, what about you're artistic? Do you draw and paint at all aside from the design, the dress accessories?
Now all my paintings
Yeah.
are paintings that I'm going to make into clothing.
Okay.
For example, the cheetah that I have a cheetah that the turquoise, the Persian cheetah is the name because it's
Okay.
actually inspired by the endangered cheetah that lives in Iran.
I figured as much.
And that's a new painting.
Okay.
I painted it because I knew I wanted cheetah clothing.
Right.
All my other paintings, these birds are paintings
Those look like peacock feathers, kind of.
This one is a bird of paradise.
Okay.
Bird of paradise. They're unique, rare, endangered birds from New Guinea.
Okay. Wow.
And I have a whole collection, about 10 of these different birds
Right.
that I painted in college.
Wow.
And now they're one by one, I'm bringing them into clothing.
That is incredible. I suppose it's going to help. It's going to help the cause. I mean, you're obviously aside from being a fashion designer, you're also a woman who cares about helping animals in distress and they're in need, and that's very important. Okay. Do you ever do any like charity events? Do you ever like people say people need clothes? Do you ever help them out? I'm just wondering. I mean, I just it's. I think sometimes people that have good hearts tend to want to say, okay, maybe we can ship some people out, ship some clothes out to people that are needy right now, maybe during the holidays or something, or maybe how about for prom dresses for girls that don't have dresses? Sometimes girls can't afford them. You know what I mean? Do you ever help them out?
I've donated to quite a few wildlife conservation foundations.
Okay.
wore rhinos and elephants,
Okay.
scarves,
You love your animals.
dresses,
That's
ties,
great.
pocket squares,
Okay.
jewelry pieces that I made from my paintings.
Okay.
In the last year, quite a few of those
Okay,
have been
speaking of
donated.
jewelry, do you design jewelry too?
It's not a big part of my collection at this time.
Right.
But my wildlife jewels, birds, and rhino and elephants,
Right.
I've created pendants from them, gold and
Okay.
silver pendants.
Pendants, right. So it's not just, so that, and that of course, those are fashion items as well.
That's right. Each piece is the painting.
Right, okay.
It's exactly the shape of my paintings,
Okay.
the pendant.
Now, of course, you have people working for you that help to make this happen, right? It's not
Yes.
just you.
That's right.
Okay. And you say you got about 10 people working for you?
About 10, yes.
10, and they're all part of like, do you have like a factory where you turn out your materials? You know what I mean? Like, do you have like a location where people can go and see how it's made, how your fashions are made or your accessories are made?
My studio is in LA, where all the paintings and the fabrics are there. Also, the sewing company area, they're all in LA.
Okay.
People can go there and see.
Now, so that means everything that you ship out, unless you have stuff in stock, is coming from LA.
Yes.
Wow. Are you ever going to like open, a closer place for the business, being that you're here, to make it easier? Or
That's
not?
right. I'm gradually transitioning my studio and paintings here, as far as where they're going to be made.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm really liking the ones that I have in LA.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, you know what you're doing. I mean, if you feel that it might not be cost effective, it's probably more cost effective to just ship it from LA to wherever it is that you're sending it to the people that need it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if that's how you feel, then that's definitely.
Because it's quite difficult to find good sewing, the people that actually put these things together.
Okay. Well,
and now that I have the good ones for now,
right.
I'm keeping the LA. Gradually, perhaps in New York or in Massachusetts would be a great place for the factory.
Okay. Now, when you design an outfit, do you put your name on it? Do you say this is a genuine Azi Sharif? Because it sounds like a cool name to be putting on a dress.
Yes, most embroidered and appliques have my
hold it up to that. There you
signature
go.
right here.
Okay.
Azi, and there's an S that looks like a swan. That's my last name, the start of my last name. And then there's a diamond here, which represents the Wildlife Jewels collection, which is the main part of my fashion inspiration.
That is awesome. There you go. That's why we ask these questions. Okay. You wouldn't be related to Omar Sharif, the bridge expert, would you?
No.
Okay.
No relation. Right. Oh, I know, but yes, no relation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What about like, do you ever get hired out to do weddings and functions and does the people call you up and say, hey, my daughter's getting married next week. Can you get this kind of dress for her, or can she come into your studio and check it out, or not? Or well, of course you only have the studio in LA now, right? But let's say something. But now I'm trying to throw an idea your way. Let's suppose people in this area want a custom-made, handmade Azi Sharif gown for a wedding or an event or anything. Would you make it for them up and on the spot in your studio? Could you do that?
At this point, that's out of the scope of my business plan and my designs.
Okay.
Although I would consider it,
yeah.
I don't do custom. Everything is inspired. There's a reason for the design of each of my gowns, for example.
Okay.
There's a reason why the sleeve is this way. It's modeled after the bird. It would sort of take away from that unique specialness of the design.
Okay, I hear you.
If I were to do it custom based on someone's request.
Wow, that's awesome. You ever design car ornaments? I saw that, and I'm just thinking today as I saw you getting out of that Uber vehicle, I'm thinking maybe aside from just dresses, or or ornaments for even furniture, anything like that.
Not yet, no.
Yeah,
but it's an idea.
It is an idea. I try to run ideas by my guests that could behoove them down the line. I mean, because you're obviously very artistic, and aside from fashions, there are other items that need artistic maintenance as well, and that sounds like something you could do.
Design, decoration in the home.
Exactly.
That goes along with the paintings. Lots of possibilities.
How about lamps?
Lamps.
Yeah.
I could do decoration for the lamps.
That's what I mean, right?
Decorative lamps.
Okay, that would be great. Yeah.
Paint lamps.
Yep. Okay. Have you ever you ever try? Now you do paint too, still, right? You know what I mean?
When I have the time. Fashion is my number one. My main drawing now has become drawing when I draw dresses and I color the dresses before they are made.
Right, okay, I understand. Ever done sculpting?
I have done.
Yeah?
I've done when I was in undergrad. I have a seashell mermaid sort of shape.
Cool.
That I did a sculpture.
That's going to be amazing. Well, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show.
Wow.
I know, we made it go by. I know, that's topic time.
That went by quite fast.
Well, because we're having fun. So what I want you to do in the remaining time we have is give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, because a lot of them are. You know, but condense them, because we only have 5 minutes, but just, you know, give a general, the people that were supporting you were so kind with nice feedback when you said you were going to be on my show. Say hi to them, and they'll know who they are. People in your company, maybe people in LA, they're going to see the show. That's the beautiful thing about the internet, obviously.
That's right.
So go ahead. There's your camera. Go look at it and say, give some
waves. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You can find more information on my website on fashwand.com.
Fashwand.com.
And also on Instagram and Facebook at Fashwand by Azi.
And also, I just want you to know, too, that I get a lot of guests through word of mouth, aside from Facebook. So if you know anybody that's, you know, big in the fashion world, like models, I love interviewing models. They're great for ratings, and you know, and they look good. There's nothing wrong with having nice-looking people on my show, just to kind of like offset what I look like. That would be kind of cool to have. If you could get, you know, tell them if you had a good time on my show, send them my way. If I haven't interviewed them yet, I'd love to.
Of course,
yes. I know you do a lot. So what? Now here we are coming up to summer. June's in 2 days. What fashion shows do you have scheduled, or if any, in the next few weeks going into summer? Anything? Do you have anything going on like that that you know about right now that you can discuss?
Not right now. A couple in the lineup coming up for after July.
Oh, after July. Can you mention that or not, or is it too soon?
It's still too soon.
It is too soon.
But I share these right when it's time to share. Everything is shared on my Facebook and Instagram pages.
Because people know you got something going on, and you know the suspense.
There'll be things going on.
Right, and you know the suspense is going to keep them wanting more.
Yes,
I understand it's a psychological ploy and it works.
For me too. The more I do, the more I want to do. The more shows and the more shows I plan.
Of course.
The more dresses I design, the more I go back and design more dresses.
It's right. It's the eternal snowball. Wow, that is so incredible. Okay. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being on my show. You were a great guest. You know, you're a very stylish lady and very talented, and it's such an honor to have someone like you, such successful, self-employed individual who has her own business, and you know you don't have a 9-to-5 job. You make your living doing what you love, and these are the type of people I love interviewing, because after all, I do the same thing with my show. And, you know, it makes it kind of, and we click like that. That's how I click with my guests. So, again, thank you for being on Topic Time. If you know any people who want to do the show, that would be great. And I'll be looking for more stuff from you. Maybe I'll go on if you have, something in the fitness. I'm trying to stay fit myself. You got any jogging shorts or something in my size? I'm about a 32 waist. Maybe I'll order a pair.
Sure, I'll be adding more and more in my men's collection.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, as it should be. After all, you got to keep the genders even, right?
Get the art into both.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay. Okay. You're a very stylish woman, like I said. You should do a self-portrait and then maybe put it on top of, put it like attach it to your fashion designs. It would be kind of cool. Because you got a unique look about you that I think would really, set off more sales. Just a thought. Again, something you might want.
That's a good point.
Even if it's a photograph.
Something unique, yeah.
Exactly. Self-portrait with that hair and everything. Are you kidding me? If I saw that face on a design to carry a bag, I would buy it in a second if I needed a carry bag.
Thank you.
All right. Well, listen,
thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, we're going to wrap the show up. You ready to?
Yes.
Like we did at the beginning. All right, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Take care.